This week's episode is sponsored by us. If you want to support the podcast and make passive income for yourself at the same time, click the link in the description box to join our Facebook group and we'll explain exactly how. It's a win-win. Now, let's get on with the show.
I think, I got admit, I laughed. I saw that and I went, mate, it's funny. It's funny. But, it's probably not from a good place. He's probably just... Oh, no. That was from pure inflammatory. Like, so he didn't go fly over the stadium and said, like, R.I.P. the boys killed in the park or whatever. He said, White Lives Matter. He put Burnley on the end. Come on, Burnley. White Lives Matter. Took Burnley. White Lives Matter. Got loads of mates from Burnley, actually. Proper shithole Burnley is like Minging town, if you're from there. Yeah. Shout out Clarkey, Kempy. We're thinking of you guys. Shout out Kempy. But I don't know what I made of that, because my initial reaction was like, oh, at least there's like some not free thinking, at least there's a kickback. I like any kickback. I don't like anything going outside. Playing the game. But then I was like, they didn't need to even put this on the news. This has only become a national thing because the BBC have gone, zoomed in on it, blown it up. It's something we would have never heard about. No. So it's another stupid, petty thing that's now become another source of hatred, another bait. It's bait, isn't it? That's what it is. This is race baiting. It's bait. This is exactly what it is. That's not professional, is it? That's terrible. Joe Rogan would accept that. It's just bait. It's just people. It's just to get black people to go, after all the solidarity that white people have shown them. Yeah. In my opinion, making a big thing out of that is just to get black people to go and... Mate, black people, white people, anyone who's been sucked in and essentially brainwashed. You know what? I'm rejecting that label now. I don't give a fuck anymore. Told you, mate, infinite consciousness. Yeah. Infinite awareness. We're all shades of brown, right? My girlfriend is. She come back from the beach today. Yeah. I was like... Brown as a berry. Yeah. I was like, wow. I'm an ally. I'm an ally for the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, for sure. What would you call her? She's not white. Italians aren't white, man. No, they're not. No, this is why I'm going with this now. I'm going, you know what? I'm embracing my Mediterranean blood. We're not white. You're mixed race, you could probably get away with playing that card as long as you get your Italian to a decent level. You trick them. Esatto. Yeah, esatto. Certo, giusto. Yeah, you could do that. No, for sure, mate. I kind of feel... Mate, I go on 4chan sometimes. Shout out 4chan. Don't go on there. That's like Reddit, isn't it? Oh, it's Reddit, but for neo-Nazis, mate. Oh, right, it's shocking, some of the stuff on there. But are Italians white? There's a constant debate on there. And the white supremacists are always saying no. And the Italians are always going, but again, we are white. So I don't know what to think anymore. But I'm rejecting it a little bit because I kind of think no one's white and no one's black. There's people that are close to being white and close to being black, but we're all on a spectrum of brown. Take Senegal and Ireland, those are probably the extremes. Yeah, the extreme ends of the spectrum, but no one's actually like, you couldn't hold a piece of charcoal up to one and paper up to the other and it would pair up. No, not at all. Most people are in the middle, and what I find funny is that race is like... We've got in a society where race is essentially, it's a social construct written up by Victorians who wanted to measure people's heads and then relate that to IQ and basically have some racist bullshit. And they sort people into races. Oh, these are black races. It's classic divide and rule. Divisive. It's the obvious thing you're going to do. But probably do it with eye colour soon, mate. Yeah, that's the thing. Shout out Brown's eye super race. Yeah, fuck them. But there we go. I'm in the brown-eyed master race now. Yeah, and I'm kind of greeny blue. Oh, just gorgeous. I don't know that colour. Them Irish eyes are smiling. Dreamy. Yeah, there we go. But so we live in an age where race means everything, right? Despite it being a social construct made up a couple of 100 years ago. But gender,
the one thing that actually separates people in terms of their body parts, their hormones and their chromosomes, things that actually matter, that is not binary, that's arbitrary. Gender's arbitrary, but race is binary. And it's an inversion, it's a flipped over world. In reality, race should be arbitrary. I should be able to say I'm mixed race. I see my race as Mediterranean and British. You know, I should be able to say that. If someone can say I identify as pansexual, you know, and that's fine if you want to do that, but I should be able to say I don't identify as white, so you can take your white label and fuck that off, because I'm not responsible for the crimes that you're accusing me of based on the colour or the tone of my skin, because we're all the same colour, just different tones.
We can do that though, mate.
Oh, that's what I am doing. I'm not buying into the bullshit anymore. Do you know what I mean? And people saying now, oh, if you say you don't see colour, you're racist. And
yeah, like, I know. It's the same thing like science.
If I treat black people like...
Divide and rule. If you don't divide, you are a racist.
Insane, man. It's insane. It's like saying, right, I get a black guy in for an interview, I got to treat him a certain way because he's black, or I don't see the fact he's black and I look at his resume. What's racist? The person who doesn't see his colour and looks at his resume, that's the person who isn't racist, but in this inverted reality, that's the racist, because he's not acknowledging his blackness, he's not taking that into account, he's not applying different rules to this guy. And I'm thinking, oh my God, we live in... People aren't this thick, they're brainwashed. That's madness to me, mate. That is madness. But anyway, I'm rejecting it now. I'm just not buying in. Not buying in. I'll never be lectured based on race ever again by anyone, because that's not something that I'm going to apply to anyone. I'll try not to apply it to people. It'll be a daily battle, unfortunately, on Twitter.
Yeah, how would one get to that point then of not identifying as their race? Bearing in mind we've grown up. This is why kids are so pure, mate, and this is why they're trying to brainwash the kids as young as they can.
Yeah.
Because they really don't give a fuck. Do you know?
They don't.
We talked... was this in the podcast we didn't air?
Yeah, we talked about the incident. I'm not going to go into that again.
No.
But we didn't...
I was talking about the kiddies at our school who are like mixed race or like Chinese or Chinese... Who were the twins that lived... Oh, we won't drop their names. Those, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout
out. They were nice girls.
Yeah, they were.
Wonder what they're up to.
And they, I don't know, probably did something with maths.
That's
a joke.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, exactly. But I don't think at any point...
They grew up in Costa Rica as well.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
But the point is, I didn't even think, these girls are like Chinese, Asian looking, and I wasn't even interested in languages then. I just was like, yeah, that one's... I won't say which one's the fitter one, but there is always a fitter twin. I was focusing on that, you know, genuinely. And I was like, for a Galt girl, Galt was one of the houses we had at school.
That's my house.
Yeah.
Shout out Galt.
Absolute mums in that.
It was this chavvy house.
Yeah, a lot of chavs. A few little gems in there though. Shout out my ex-girlfriend. She was in Galt.
Who this?
Can't.
Go on, just name drop her. She ain't listening. She blocked you.
She's blocked me.
Who's this?
Hayley.
Oh, she's decent as well.
Mate.
She was decent, is decent. Shout out Hayley West.
Nice girl.
Karate champion and all.
Lovely girl. She did karate as well. Yeah.
Proper nice girl, actually. Yeah, I rated her. She was dead quiet and sort of... She's doing really well now, mate. She's your ex. I don't know what I'm saying.
What, if you're bringing this up?
No, she's doing
You
really
think
well.
I don't know that? I've been stalking over the past... How long 8 years?
Yeah.
She's doing really well. Yeah, a lot of people from our school are doing really well, mate, because it was a very, very good school. But anyway, what was the point about race and the twins? Yeah, I didn't fucking care.
It wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing.
It wasn't
a thing. Until we got older and we had certain like interactions with other people who might talk about race, and then you'd be like, oh yeah. But to be honest, mate, and I swear to God, it wasn't till I left school that I was like, oh, yeah, they were Chinese. Didn't even realise.
Yeah.
There was one girl, Hoi Win. I knew she was Chinese.
Who's this?
Hoi Win. She wasn't there for long. She went to the grammar.
Oh, right.
She was,
Fair one.
yeah, but I was only interested in her because of languages, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking back, because she had a little translator. She we used to write horrendous things in there and show her in Chinese, and she'd be like, oh.
Who was that Bulgarian kid who looked about 30?
Martin.
Mate,
he was 30. He was Martin.
He was growing weed and that in his locker, mate.
Entrepreneur.
What a guy.
The original hustle.
Martin Misha, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Martin Misha. He was definitely not 16. He was 35. Mate,
he's 35 selling weed in school.
Hey, listen to this.
What's going on?
Martin Misha was the Nwanako Kanu of our school.
Footy reference there.
Yeah, footy reference.
Yeah.
The Nigerians used to sign. This is notorious and proven. They used to sign for the clubs in England, fake their birth certificates, say they were 18 and they're actually 28, so they would get longer contracts. Then their knees would stop working. Surprisingly, they fuck off.
Legends, man. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
That is amazing.
That is so funny.
Martin Misha, but here's another one. You saw mine before you saw Bulgarian immigrant.
Never
Oh,
thought of that.
He was nuts. He was a nutter.
I wouldn't
I
want
hope
to
he's
fight him.
alright.
I wouldn't want to fight him.
Mate, I don't know. He wouldn't want to fight himself.
he looked hard, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I never thought of that. I don't know when it became a thing. I really think it's been blown up
Recently.
Obviously, we were aware of like racism as a concept, and to me,
Yeah.
the concept of being racist was like on par with being a pedo. You know, like racism is the ultimate taboo, but actually, if you look back in history, it's not a taboo at all. It's sort of an ingrained bullshit mindset that people used to have, and it's only in recent years it's become a taboo. And I don't know whether it's an overcorrection, whether they've gone like, we were so bad in the past that now we've got to be so careful. But
I think what's happened, mate, is the globalists, the people who kind of pull the strings on our little puppet government and presidents and whatever, prime ministers.
Media.
The media's the main one.
Yeah.
Wow, all of it, they run the show. But the main thing is, I think you're right, and I think maybe it was during the 60s, I'm not really sure, I know fuck all about history, but when they were all smoking weed and there was like the love revolution, they were doing psychedelics, weren't they?
Yeah, massive.
The
music reflected it as well.
The music as well was
yeah.
actual good. We'll do a podcast on just music, see how much that's changed, the absolute drivel that we have to listen to now.
Yeah. Serious, man.
Shout out, what's the Justin Bieber song about the pedos?
I don't know.
Do you not know?
He did a pedo song.
Was this not you who sent me this?
Justin Bieber did a song on pedos. What, shouting them out? Like, shout out
It was
Clinton?
allegedly. Fucking hell, you're gonna get us assassinated. I've got things to do in my life. Like, stop doing this. You say, oh yeah, alright, here's you coming live from this village. Come find us.
This is the school we went to. Martin Misha.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nah, it was Yummy. Was it not you who sent me it?
No,
I've got
mate.
some weird friends, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. Shout out to all my normal friends if you're listening, which is probably not. Probably the rest of the three of you, the remaining ones, plugged into the Matrix, waving the flag. But they, Yummy, mate. All about Pizzagate.
So is he trying to expose
Yummy.
it? Or
This is the thing.
is it a hiding in
I can't
plain
remember-
sight
I
thing?
can't remember who told me it. I can't remember who it was now.
Oh man.
But they sent me the video and they were like, look at the video, and then, because I looked into Pizzagate as well.
Pizzagate, man.
And I was like,
Cool.
yeah.
My sister tagged me on a Pizzagate thing today, and she's like a proper lefty, but I think she's getting a little bit woke. I think she's waking up to some of this gear. Pizzagate's a weird one. Who orders like 30 grand's worth of hot dogs? You know what I mean? And goes, I hope the hot dogs are young.
Oh my
What's going on? And then they just go, oh, it's just nonsense.
I know, and
Oh,
these are
man.
emails as well, which you can read. You can still read them going
Yeah,
on like,
Podesta's emails and that.
oh
dude.
mate, and then Hillary Clinton with her emails.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, shout out Hillary
Yeah,
Clinton
shout out
if you're
Clinton.
listening.
Love you, you can wave the flag.
Probably is listening, to be honest. They probably got little scanners picking up every
I
time
don't
their
think
name's
so.
mentioned.
I think Hillary's probably in an underground bunker by now, mate. You'd be shitting yourself. You'd be shitting yourself.
4chan was going wild the other night. They were going
Really?
like, mate, so they fully believe in like this QAnon movement where they think
Yeah.
Trump is essentially the messiah who's going to pull the rug under this globalist puppet show. and they think that all these guys, mate, they think that celebrities are being assassinated and replaced with doubles. Right? They're the people that discredit our theories because they make it mental. But they're going like, yeah, Tom Hanks has been replaced with a double. Look at Meghan Markle, like her ear's different and all this mad shit. But they're going like people are being rounded up as we speak, and they were like, they hacked into like helicopter sky trackers, and they were like, look at all the military helicopters cutting about over Hollywood, and yeah, it was like last night something was happening in America. I don't know what.
Yeah,
something was happening.
Yeah, have you seen the videos of
the lights and that flying over?
Yeah.
I've seen loads of videos like the sun doing weird like the warping like beams coming out from the sun. But then I just think because there's a big appetite for that right now, there's going to be a big lot of people making hoax videos, isn't there? So I'm kind of justifying
think of the views.
100%.
We should do it.
The content.
Promote the podcast.
Yeah, man. Where we at, bud?
That's an hour and a half, but
Yeah, we'll keep going for a little bit.
yeah, we'll treat you guys. We'll treat you guys.
That's not professional, is it? That's not professional.
That's alright, it's what they deserve. Anyone who's still with us
That's
now
what
after
they
an hour and a half,
That's what they.
that's what they're here for. They're like, oh, I hope they start burping. We are supposed to be talking about belief systems, but listen, I guess
The good thing about picking topics so broad
yeah,
is that you can talk about anything.
yeah.
Just
We give ourselves a lot of room, a lot of wiggle room, don't we? Really,
Yeah, man.
by also saying we know nothing,
Yeah, we
and
definitely
then speaking
know.
about things as if we knew about everything. I think that's quite a nice thing to do for us.
It's definitely good for
I
our.
sleep well at night.
I don't.
Oh no, you
What's wrong
don't.
with
Sorry, mate. Didn't want to bring that up.
Oh, that's not your fault. I've had this for years, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, shocking.
CBD.
I am going
Oil.
to look into it. I got hemp oil. No, Rebecca thought she was buying me CBD, but she bought me hemp oil, which is like, I think it's a load of tonk. I don't know what it is. I think it's like mums rub it on their bellies and that.
But this is a belief system. This is how powerful it is, mate. You could solve your insomnia, probably, maybe,
I think I could.
with
I just need to.
with a placebo. That's the only problem. How, mate? I swear to God, I'm really like just crossing my fingers that one day Manu just buys me some pills,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And they're sugar pills,
yeah.
but she's like, well, and she shows me a fake receipt. I spent 200 quid on these. These will give you, like that film we mentioned before, Limitless. These will just focus you so much. They're not at all addictive. You'll sleep really well at night.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I think there's something to it. If you fully believe it, if you buy into that and go like, brilliant, this will work, it would work to an extent.
From what I've looked into, from like Joe Dispenza again, that guy, you've got to look him up, mate. Your mind will be blown. Reading that book, it's like proper sciencey because he goes into the science behind these beliefs. Maybe you should read You Are the Placebo. That's one of his books.
Okay, I'll look into this guy, man. That sounds dead interesting to
Oh,
me. Yeah.
mind blowing stuff because he explains the science behind it, behind the meditations, and
Yeah.
I've always thought, mate, about belief systems, and who was it that made me really think? Reverend Meachin, shout out Rev Meach, who used to teach us chemistry. He was a reverend.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a good lad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Nice bloke.
It was alright. He was alright. Not a great teacher.
He had a beard, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was alright.
yeah, lovely beard. Beard like Mr. Twit. I always used to see like bits of food in there.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah.
A bit grim. He was a scientist, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so scientist and a reverend, and I was like, so this chavvy I won't speak in slang. This man,
Fucking pool slang. I try that sort of slang with lads from like 20 miles up the road. It doesn't really work.
No.
It's just proper down here.
Yeah, this little mushy.
Like Dawdy mush.
This Dory Mushler. He's this man, this bloke. He is a reverend and a scientist. Chemistry teacher. I could probably teach chemistry at school.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought, okay, this bloke believes in science, but he also believes in God. In my brain, I was like, cognitive dissonance. I thought you had to choose your camp.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could be a scientist and believe in God. So I was like, how do you believe in prayer? And I started thinking about prayer. I was like, prayer must work.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would people do it otherwise? Do you know?
I believe it works.
Why would they do it?
I think
Absolute waste of time. Surely they'd try it and be like, nah, it doesn't work, mate.
Yeah.
It must work for people. And I was like, well, what's the science behind that? Why does it work? Maybe it works because they believe it works. Then I looked into Joe Dispenza and quantum physics as well.
Yeah.
I was like, it's because they believe it works. So it's like the placebo. It's like law of attraction is another one, mate. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, mate, law of attraction. Miss McGee was dead into it. We keep shouting out our teachers here.
Miss McGee was into law of attraction, was she?
Yeah, she blew our minds one day, and she was like, if you just speak things out, like sometimes she'll go like, I'm going to drive home and every light's going to be green. And she'll reflect on it all day and she'll say, it worked, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she was a big proponent of law of attraction.
Really?
It's the sort of shit I'd get into.
I wish I studied. When did you study RE? GCSE?
I did philosophy and ethics.
Man, I didn't.
You'd have fucking loved that, Mosh.
Yeah, I know.
It was too wordy though. I dropped it in the second year for easier because sociology was boring, but it was easy. So
this was
like,
A level. You did it.
Yeah, I should have.
Why didn't I study that? Oh yeah, because I did PE. Yeah, that was it. Because I was like, I just play football for every Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, philosophy and ethics was well good.
Yeah,
but it was too heavy wordy. It was
really. Did you look at Nietzsche and?
No, we didn't. We looked at like Jeremy Bentham, Immanuel Kant, Aquinas,
Socrates,
Plato.
Yeah, the original G's.
Yeah, Matt. But Matt, thing is, if I did go to uni, I'd love to do something like that, and psychology or theology or something.
Yeah.
But I was just like, man, what job is it?
Yeah, you don't want to get in debt for that.
Yeah,
something you could just watch on YouTube.
Our generation was the first generation to have the exploded what they call uni fees. So
perfect.
I saw that and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. It was perfect, a perfect deterrent for me. I was like, it was quite a big jump, wasn't it? Was it full?
By 3 times.
Yeah, it was a big
they
jump.
trebled the price.
Yeah,
from something to $7,000. Was it 7 to 21 grand? It was mental. I don't know what.
It was $9,000 a year, isn't it?
Yeah, it was free to night. Oh,
free to night.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. Shout out Lib Dems, well done. Shout out to all you
Nick Clegg.
You smart people who voted for the Lib Dems. With love. But where was I going with that? So yeah, that was great for me. Served as a really good deterrent. I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to uni now. Because I kind of thought, right, so I'm going to uni, getting in X amount of debt, which will take me this long to pay off. And not to mention the time that it would take me. Where would I go? What job would it get me into? And then, it's like, May levels of shit anyway, so I would have got into like Warwick or something bollocks. I was like, yeah, that's not for me. I'll go to France. I'll go to France and learn French, you know?
Yeah.
And then, taking a few gap years. Still on a gap year now. My 8th one, I think.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
But I didn't end up going to university. And to be honest, I think I've learnt more from YouTube. Isn't it funny how you can get Jordan Peterson...
Harvard lectures.
Harvard lectures on YouTube, and Chavi's paying $60,000 in the States.
That's mad.
What are you doing?
It's absolutely insane. In the States, you can't even, even if you go bankrupt, the uni debt is the only debt you retain. So you will never, you can't even shed the debt. Even for every other debt, whether it's your house, your car, whatever, you could go, I declare bankruptcy. But your student loan, that will not get deleted.
This is how brainwashed people are.
Dude, you putting yourself in chains to go and get brainwashed anyway, and work in fucking Costa telling everyone you're a writer. Write a book. If you want to write a book, write a book. Don't go fucking spend $100,000 on a course to learn how to write a book. Read a book. Then write one.
read lots.
Read loads of books. Learn how to write a book online if you want to.
But we're in a different world now with the internet. To be fair, our parents' generation, maybe you could have made a case of going to university. You delay growing up a bit. You have an experience where you live with lots of people, like young people and stuff, and it's cool.
And move out your shitty little town and go and
to another shitty little town and. Or maybe a city and have a bit of an experience. Wow, and you don't get in that much debt. It was free before, wasn't it, in this country?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
I think it was. Well, you probably pay for living expenses and stuff. So you incurred a little bit of debt. But it was maybe worth it. But for us, for me, it was a no-brainer. I don't understand how people in the States are still falling for it. Just from the social pressure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of, oh yeah, my daughter's gone to an Ivy League school. I'm like, what? She spent £60,000 that she could have invested. Property as well, mate. It's so much cheaper in the States.
I know, mate.
Just invest that wisely. Buy a house cash.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's be conservative. $500 monthly income. There we are.
Do you know? I have a theory. Like, you know how angry our generation is.
Yeah.
And how quick we are to jump on, like...
Are we the millennials or...?
Millennials and Gen Zs, right? So this, our youthful generation, we're millennial by, I think it's 95 is the cut-off point, so we're millennial by 1 year. But wow, it's another shitty label.
Yeah, we're not even white.
It's another shitty label. But our generation is the first generation in history to expect to earn less than our mum and dads and own less than our mum and dads.
Mm.
We've gone from wanting more than our parents to just wanting a bit of what they got. You know, and this is like across board the generation. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So of course people are getting on board with things like Marxism because they're looking at these unobtainable things. They're paying their whole shitty wage for a shitty studio flat in the city, and then they're thinking, well, my dad was a fucking patio layer and he managed to buy a nice bungalow and all this stuff, and I've gone to uni and I'm a fucking computer engineer and I can barely fucking afford my rent. Of course our generation are going to go, this system don't work for us. This is bollocks.
You're going to have a chip on your shoulder unless you break out of that brainwashing.
Yes.
But I mean, some people aren't, unfortunately, and they will go through life with a huge chip on their shoulder. God knows what the next generation of like our kids are gonna be like. There'll be a mixture of like enlightened messiahs and angry Marxists. It'll be a very interesting world.
It will be a world that we can try to change now. I think really by waking people up with love, by putting good energy, good vibes out there, being a good person, being the change you want to see, as hackneyed as that phrase is, being the change you want to see.
So true, though, isn't it?
Is the only way. Is the only way, and I'm feeling more of a call now to go and do whether it's charity things or just connecting with people in my local community. I just want to go and do it as soon as this fear of the COVID's over. That's what's stopping me now, going up and knocking on doors and going, can I help you out? Nice
mate, do it.
I know, but I don't want to be... People get so scared.
Fear's yours. Yeah, but you don't need to hug them.
That's true. Kiss them.
Don't snog them.
Kiss them on the cheeks.
They open them, lick them in the face.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So I'm definitely feeling the nose, and I think more people are. I think lots of people are.
Do it, mate. What
was mad? We'll wrap up in a sec, I think. Obviously, but this is my last sort of point. For myself.
I'm enjoying it.
What was so funny was at the start of this lockdown thing, people were obviously scared, but I was seeing a lot of beautiful stuff going on in neighbourhoods. I was seeing the Italians singing on the balconies and seeing dancing in the streets and people chatting to neighbours and as much as I didn't really like the clap for the NHS, I thought that was a bit woo-woo and a bit wacky and I thought symbolic of something big else, but I did like the fact communities were sort of doing charitable things and raising money for their schools and there was headmasters delivering school meals and I was thinking, this has brought people out of their shells, right? And then George Floyd comes along, not George Floyd, but the murder of George Floyd comes along and is blown up in the media. Murders happen every day to all kinds of people, but this perfect crime happened in America. And it's perfect for so many reasons. One, because of the film. One, because it's being filmed from a bystander's point of view. So you, as a watcher, feel, I can help this guy. And you kind of feel like you're there watching it. Yeah. And you can almost just touch him and go, get off him.
Oh, mate, that's where the guilt comes from as well. I never thought about that aspect of it.
Yeah, because you've got a bystander's point of view when you watch that and think, if only I was there.
Yeah.
I said this, if only I was there. I'd do time to get that cop off him. So collectively, billions of people saw this and felt this. If only I was there, right? And then they went from this loving, caring about your neighbourhood to like fired up, angry, and then this Black Lives Matter story obviously spinned up,
Yeah.
and then then some people were a bit nervous of the Black Lives Matter thing because they're seeing cities getting burnt down and other black people getting shot by black people. So people were going, all lives matter, actually. So and instead of going, everyone, what you'd think would be normal, going, all lives do matter, let's go. Black Lives Matter, let's carry on with the Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. You can say that as long as you're supporting our cause. But they were chastised. They were like, fuck you, you racist, you can't say all lives matter. You know, if your house was on fire and they do all these sort of things that was like, you can't say this because black people are in trouble. And it's like, well, the stats say a different thing to what you're saying. So actually, all lives matter is important because police brutality is a fucking interracial it's a cross-racial problem here. And all lives do matter and we should push that. But it's perfect because we divided ourselves from singing in balconies to black, white, left wing, right wing, and we're back at not even at square one. We're back in the fucking Windrush era of race relations in this country, I believe, and I think it's completely manufactured. Every article, everything you see in the BBC is this race relations.
It's not just the BBC. It's
everything.
Literally, if you guys cannot watch, if you cannot see the BBC, you watch that, you watch ITV, you watch Channel 4, and these are in the United Kingdom. If you're an overseas listener, shout out you Yanks. They're saying exactly the same thing. In America, at least, you've kind of got slightly different views. There's a bloke, who's the guy who's on Fox News?
Tucker Carlson.
I don't know how the fuck he's managed to get on there.
He'll be Me Too'd soon.
Do you think he'll...
Oh, dude, they're planning a rape allegation on him. 100%.
Do you reckon?
I don't even want to put it out there in the universe because I hope it doesn't happen. But there's a possibility he'll be Me Too'd or in a fucking accident of some kind or in a scandal, I think.
Yeah, because he seems to me... And I'd bearing in mind, I'd watched Fox News before, vomit in my mouth.
Yeah.
With Bill O'Reilly.
Idiots. Just hateful idiots.
Horrible idiots. And they were the ones being used to peddle the anti-Islam terrorism. I think it's just maybe it's the left wing's turn now.
That's what I'm saying. It was the right wing. It was 9/11. We love cops. We hate Muslims. Let's go to war.
Yeah.
And now it's like
we love the soldiers went on.
Yeah. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like completely left wing lovey.
Yeah. It's all part of the same agenda, my friends. It's all the same. Yeah.
Control.
We've got to disconnect, mate.
100% disconnect.
Unplug ourselves from the matrix.
I think that's a good place to wrap up.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening, no?
Night. Sleep tight.
The world's an illusion. And they're coming for your rights.
Your dreams are about as real as this reality you live in when you wake up.
Exactly. So, go and kill some prozzies if you want.
No, we can't end on that.
No, definitely not.
He's ruined it.
No, go and love some prozzies. Go and pay them and then go...
hug them.
Yeah.
Go and hug a prozzy. That's your homework.
Yeah. Let's end with that. All right?
Let's hug a prozzy.
Hashtag hug a prozzy.
Hashtag hug a prozzy. Prozzy's lives matter.
It's blowing up already, man. Right, respect, Pat. Thank you for that, and thank you for listening. If you did listen, alright, I really appreciate you. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys.
Red one, is it?
No, it's this one.